for John Justice, Nate Pugh. Left Priima, Jake Landel. All right. All right, guys, let's get this underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Seaside Open, the 40th year here in Seaside, Oregon. I am your host for the weekend, Jacob Justice, and it brings me great pleasure and an honor to be hosting the round of 32 playoffs match. John Justice, my older brother, paired with Nathan Pugh out of Missouri against Jake Landel and Lev Priima. We are just finishing up warm-ups here, but this is going to be an awesome match. Round of 32, we had another match lined up, but that one got started before we could get to it. So, moved in these guys. Lev and Jake coming off of AVP Atlanta, where they got the wild card from Atlantic City earlier this year. They're going to be looking to duke it out here in this match. 21-15 if we need. But expect some incredible volleyball here on center court. We're going to get underway in just a few minutes.
Lev and Jake making their way to the court.
Getting started here in just a few moments.
Nope, decided to bring it back. Gotta get those pants off.
Teams battling out here today through bracket. We're going to try to get to our round of 16. This is the round of 32, so winner moves on. Loser goes home in this single elimination. But taking top three out of modified pool play today to give us 51 teams. We had a couple play-ins to get to our round of 64 and eventually down to our round of 32. But Jake Landel back to serve to start. Deep middle serve to John Justice. And that is off the block of Lev Priima. And Lev Priima with a block to start this match 1-0.
Only argues 97 out of a possible 100 points. And Lev, I mean that with love. 1-0.
Jake Landel back to serve now.
I love you, baby. You know it.
Jake and Lev with a lot of support here on the back line where Jake is right now. Top spin serve for Jake Landel on to John Justice. Nice high set from Nate Pugh. Block picked up by Pugh. Off the block and out of bounds. Picked up and put away Nathan Pugh out of Stark, Missouri.
Making it 1-1. The better brother
tied up here 1-1.
Sibling rivalry from the stage to the court.
Even at 1.
Soft float here onto Lev. Nate at the net. Nice high set. And a swing into the angle for Lev Priima. Puts that one away. 2-1.
His name on every article of clothing he wears. You should see his tuxedo. It says Lev 37 times. just in the cummerbund.
2 serving 1.
Yeah, third place finish for Lev and Jake in Atlantic City. Got them the main draw bid into Atlanta, where they finished with a 9th place. And Lev swatting at that, but it's going to find it through the top of the block for Justice. 2-2.
Right there. So apropos.
It's going to be Nate Pugh back to serve now.
John Justice, son of the one and only. That is right. Kent Justice. I believe he's a sports reporter and financial advisor in the Florida area. Been a broadcaster for years out of Jacksonville area.
Nate Pugh back to serve now. We're having some discussion about service order, but it's early. We're going to get it squared away.
He sticks out farther than that Adam's apple.
Nate Pugh is going to be running up there for Justice, and going to be a nice run-up float serve from Nate Pugh onto Jake Landel. Good pass. Block from Nate Pugh, and down for a point.
Tries to go big into the block, and he goes down.
Nate Pugh with a great press there.
Who doesn't love Missy Elliott? You're all welcome.
3-2.
Nate Pugh back to serve now. He's there in the Coconut Beach visor. Sorry, Coconut Beach shirt and white visor. And Lev will win the second joust. So we're going to be tied up 3-all here. We're going to switch next point as Justice and Pugh go back to serve receive. Jake Landel back to serve. See if he's going to rock with this top spin into the wind. We've had a windy day so far for the players here on center with that wind blowing in from the south. Serve on to Justice now. Middle.
Oh, that's an honor
and a
call.
Double call there.
And by honor call, I mean the ref calls it all day.
Double call there on Nate Pugh, and
double contact.
We're going to switch sides here. 4-3 for Jake and Lev.
Technicalities are loved. 4-3 now.
Landel looking at the block call from Priima.
Why would you touch awesome? It's hard to handle.
Might be sticking with a float serve here. Yep, on to Justice. Deep. Hand set there from Pugh, and swing into the corner. Sledgehammer, John Justice. Buries it into the corner, and he'll strut back to the service line, wearing my shorts.
Are those slung shorts? Or are those Shyness?
Beautiful Camina brand shorts. John Justice with a lot of success with USA Volleyball. Played in 2018 overseas in Germany at the U26 Championships. And Nate Pugh with a soft skipper off the top of the net and in. Justice and Pugh taking the lead 5-4 now. Going to be searching for one of those beautiful Wilson Optics balls. Proud sponsor of the AVP and the official ball of the Beach and Grass of Volleyball Tour. John Justice back to serve now. Top spin serve. Deep down to the middle. A great set, but swat block from Nathan Pugh.
Coming up huge. 6-4.
That shot is just not going to work for Landel. Nate Pugh elevates and redirects it back to their side. Justice with the top spin serve down the middle. Lev takes that one tight. And Lev Priima wins that joust.
Oh, look at that. Lev, I love the sportsmanship, dude.
Showing some sportsmanship at the net, but might have been some banter.
I didn't touch him. I'm just saying you checked to see if he was okay.
5-6 now. Lev will be back to serve.
I wasn't assigning blame. I was appreciating the love. Dude, not everything's an insult, baby. I love you when I love you.
Float serve from Priima. Deep onto Justice now. Pugh with a hand set. High line picked up by Landel. Picked up off the block from Lev and out of bounds. Lev swings it long. We're going to have a 7-5 lead now for Pugh and Justice.
Lev, just let me love you sometimes. That's all I'm saying, baby.
Nate Pugh running up to the net here. He's got a lot of wind in his face right now.
7-5.
See if he's going to rip a topspin serve into that wind like most players have. Yep, down to Jake Landel. Nice high set from Priima. Dug by Justice, and just out of bounds.
John Justice, but Jake Landel, too hot to handle, too cold to hold.
Jake Landel with a good swing there into the pocket of Justice, but just not handled. So that'll send Jake back to the service line. 6-7 now. Float serve coming from Jake Landel down the line of Justice. Nate Pugh with a nice high set. Cut shot from Justice is into the court. Sledgehammer.
Jacob, the soft, supple hand.
Great side out there from Justice.
Even Tristan liked that one.
Oh, John Justice, 8-6.
I'm getting some hate from my own beach partner.
Right under the bus.
Short float serve onto Jake Landel from Justice. And a great cut shot of his own, Jake Landel. Showing he can do it too. 7-8 now here on center court. Lev Priima back at the service line.
Jake, I loved every part of that. The hook shot, the way he left the hand up, and the beard did not move.
Lev at the service line looking for the blocking call. Top spin serve from him now. Down the line of Justice. Nice hand set there from Pugh. Oh, tight.
Off the face of Pugh.
Good net play there from Jake Landel, forcing that one through the block. And we are tied up at 8-8.
With an angry face. I was trying to get you smiling, that's all. You didn't pay for those highlights for no reason. 8.
That should be Lev back to serve again. They're having some conversation.
I mean, referees enforce that end line conference. Let's go.
Business call down at the end line for Lev and Jake. Out of bounds. Long serve from Lev Priima. I believe that's going to be Nate Pugh back to serve now. 9-8. Running up for Justice.
Back to serve now,
The 6-foot defender out of St. Augustine, Florida. This high set. Touch off the block. Nate Pugh. And off of Lev Prima's hand and out of bounds.
We got 10.
Nate Pugh with a net presence right now, and Lev is feeling it.
Nate Hugh's back.
Surprisingly, he smells surprisingly good with the last name Pugh. He must suck.
Nate Pugh back at the service line at 10-8. That float serve down the line of Landel. Faked option ball from Lev. Off the block and tape tickler for Nate Pugh. Falls for a point. 11-8 now here on center court.
A tapeworm kill. Nate Pugh just so thankful he has that tapeworm that he
11 serving 8.
didn't eat antibiotics.
11-8 now for Nate Pugh. A 3-point service run here. Serve down that line. Picked up by Justice. Tough set, but picked up again. Kept alive and in. Landel Priima. Beautiful jump set there from Lev Priima, but great hustle on both sides of the net.
Jake Landel for the kill.
Jake Landel will put that one down the line and into the court.
With a technical timeout coming.
Switching next point here. Taking our technical timeout as well here in the first set. Jake Landel 9-11 here. Jake Landel rocking a top spin serve here. Off speed to Justice. Lev Priima the set. Justice with a touch off the dig, but that is going to be out of play, and we are taking our technical timeout. 10-11 here on center. We'll be back in just a moment with a few words from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere.
There you go. Follow the.
Get ready for a whole new wave of White Claw. New full flavor White Claw Surf. Sensational refreshment for a taste like no other.
We all know it's a good idea to recycle. But what happens to that aluminum can or all that paper after you put it in the recycling bin? Where does it go? What does it become in its second life? See how WM is always working for a sustainable tomorrow at WM.com/stories.
Thank you to all of our sponsors here at the AVP. I am your host for the weekend, Jacob Justice. On the broadcast, I'll be joined later by Kyle Homeyer and Victoria Dennis. But for now, getting back to the action, Lev Priima and Jake Landel down 10-11 here in set number 1 in our round of 32, taking on John Justice and Nate Pugh. Lev up at the net to block for Jake. Deep serve now to Justice. Big swing off the touch of the defender, Jake Landel. Sledgehammer right down the seam. Somebody's got to represent the family well. John Justice with a great swing there down the seam, and Nate Pugh will be back to serve.
Mr. Nate Pugh.
Topspin serve from Nate. Jake Landel. Touch off the block and kept alive off the top of the tape. Touched by Justice, but that's going to be a hard swing from Lev. Puts that one away.
Out here. He doesn't enjoy his last name. That's why all of his clothes just say Lev.
We love to see the high competitive volleyball here at the Seaside Open this weekend. 67 teams on the men's side, 53 on the women's, and it has just been the most incredible competition so far as we get down to our final round of 16 heading into tomorrow. Jumbo from John Justice into the corner.
I'm sorry, John Justice with a high roll shot. Misread that, my bad.
Beautiful shot there, high roller into the corner using the wind. That right there is some Tallahassee volleyball.
He goes with a high roll.
John Justice is a graduate of Florida State, where he was an assistant coach there under the tutelage of Brooke Niles and Nick Lucena. Can't forget some of the GOATs.
Oh!
I think we're going to call it double contact there.
Waving is. I'm sorry, is that a solid call? I don't understand your sign language.
John's going to want to argue this one. But I think the call may have been right, but we're going to have a conversation.
Looks like she's juggling.
John Justice says, if I don't understand the hand signal, I'm going to argue. Even if it's the right call, I'm going to argue the hand signal alone. Just because you're right does not mean I have to agree with you.
I've had too many conversations and arguments with John Justice to know when he's wrong. This might not be one of those times.
Lev, I'm working on it, buddy. I already called twice. I called twice, man.
The professional arguer here, John Justice.
John Justice, it's the right call. Don't argue. If I can have an AVP referee to center court, if there is
trying to get an AVP official here just to make the calls, and this could be a 10-minute conversation.
Greg?
We're running out of sunlight, though, and we're going to want to continue on.
Greg, how do you not see this flamingo coat? If I could have you to center court, please. Greg, if I could have you to... You're wearing an AVP official shirt. You cannot hide from me.
Yeah, man.
Greg, for the sake of your son.
Angry. They want to get back to play.
Yeah, daylight running out.
It's the right call. It's a terrible hand signal. I mean, not that I'm judging. I'm just terribly judging. It's a judgment-free zone. I never charge for it, but I'll judge all day. It's judgment-free.
Looking for Greg Clark, our AVP official here.
We're not going to call you for the double, but we will call you for the lift and the quadruple. Right? Am I wrong?
Jake Landel back to serve now and get back to the action here.
Am I wrong? And I never make calls because I hate to be in the middle of things, but we all know I'm right.
12-13.
12-13 now for Landel. And a high line side out for John Justice, 14-12.
Thank God we all got cold for that. Thank you. We have 14 serving 12. This is why everyone wants Jacob a little bit more. That's his brother.
I'm going to stay out of this one. But a side out there for Justice, and Pugh is going to give them 14-12 as we've lost what the service order was. We'll get back to it.
All right, Justice back with the serve, 14-12.
Topspin serve to Landel. Set off the net. Roller just short, and that falls for a point for Landel and Priima, and we're going to be switching sides next point. 13-14, Lev to serve now. See if he's going to keep that float serve on
Making the switch on the next
with the pressure.
right now, 13-14.
Lev running up to the net here. Float serve onto Nate. Oh, tight set from Justice. High over the top of the block and in. We're going to switch sides, 15-13.
Are we switching sides? Yes. Without a dispute? I'm kidding. He wears burgundy because he's always red hot and mad. I'm kidding.
Nate Pugh going back to serve now. Wind behind him. He'll have that run-up float just to keep pressure on. Serve to Landel down the line. Set a little tight. That one just past the block and in for a point. 14-15, Landel and Priima. Great shot there.
No one could see him, but I caught him.
Bringing that to 14-15.
Jake and Lev bringing some flair. And things got heated real quickly here on center court. Getting back to the volleyball, though. Scramble play there will be into the net. And we're going to be all tied up here, 15 all.
Even.
15 all here for Jake Landel. Back to serve. This is still just the first set, folks. We got another one coming at you after this. Serve down the line to Justice. Hand set from Pugh. And tooled out of bounds. Lev Priima, bigger than the sledgehammer can tool off of.
Back in the hands of John Justice.
16-15 here, Ken.
John Justice back to serve now. He's going to have that float serve. Short float into the angle. Lev. And that one poked past the block of Nate Pugh, and we're all tied up again here. Side out to make it 16 all here.
First set of this match.
A lot on the line for the teams here. So worth the arguing. First place prize, $4,000, but not as big as the big ticket item, which is an experience at the Chicago AVP. That's right. Winner of this will get a bid to Chicago the first week of September. And that swing just wide of the sideline from Justice.
Okay, what do we got here, 17-16?
We got 17-16. Lev Priima's going to be back to serve.
Lev Priima, Paruski.
Lev Priima back to serve now, 17-16 here in set number one. Couple points from a side switch here. This high pass. Tooled off the soft block of Lev Priima. And we are tied at 17 all.
Back to serve.
17s.
I just love alliteration.
Nate Pugh back to serve. Run up, float here before we switch sides. Soft roller down the line, and we're going to switch sides here. 18-17 for Lev and Jake. Heading into the last couple points of this first set. 1-21 here.
And his coach is definitely not rushing because he is frozen right now.
18-17.
Jake Landel at the service line. Float serve onto John Justice. And another cut shot burns Landel.
John Justice.
Yeah, if you are getting chilly, you're in luck. There are 3 places selling hoodies and sweatshirts and clothing. If you didn't bring enough, don't miss out like that.
Soft touch there from Justice. He's back to the service line now. The top spin. Serve on to Landel. Nice high one. Blocked by Pugh, but picked up by Priima. And that one buried on the sideline. Lev Priima.
Out there.
19-18 for Lev and Jake.
Russian or English, that was impressive in any language. 19-18.
Let's take another look at that.
But a 9 o'clock hit.
Oh, there's the block touch from Pugh, but that serve onto off the high hands of Lev Priima and Nate Pugh. Errant pass, but brought back into play by Justice. 19-all.
He might be going golfing later, but he's playing volleyball right now. Nate Pugh back to serve. 19-all.
19-all here in set number 1.
He only wears a visor so he doesn't mess up his hair for the nightclub later.
Nate Pugh back to serve. Float.
Oh,
That serve just along of the end line.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Set point number 1 here for Lev and Jake. 20-19
set
here.
point number 1 here for the bearded brute who's so astute.
Jake
and
Landel
so
back to serve now.
cute. Mr. Jake Landel.
Serve on to John Justice here. Hand set from Nate Pugh. Off the top of the block. Oh, sorry, top of the tape. Dug by Justice. Dug by Landel. Another option ball here. Dug by Justice out of the net. And just short of the tape. What a great rally on center court here. Lev and Landel will take set number 1, 21-19. We'll be back to you in just a few moments. Look at this, hanging out of the net.
So close, it's almost hard to see here on center court. Decided by 2, folks.
And that will do it for set number 1. We'll be back to you with more action here in set number 2 in just a few moments.
Mine's thicker than yours.
Those radio gym shorts that you have from college, they're done. Get them out of here. It's time to upgrade your short game with the one from Fabletics, man.
We love them. Your girlfriend will be stealing these. They're the best.
This fabric fixes another major issue, fit.
It's got this crazy stretch to it that looks so cute when I do my yoga or errands or like literally anything. They're the most comfortable, best feeling, luxe-tastic fabric that we have ever worn.
Back to the action here on center court. Justice and Pugh take the first point of the second set on an overpass from Landel, and he will put that one away. So John Justice back to serve now. Lost the first one 21-19. Top spin serve there off the top of the tape. His high set there. Push past the block of Nate Pugh.
With some limbo skills.
And John asking for a
out of the bottom of the tape.
John asking for a net call, but
this cold, it's hard to do, right, Tristan?
not going to get that one.
Right, we got 1-1 here.
That is Lisa Reed refereeing for us. Appreciating her hard work. It is hard work to argue with John. But Landel back to serve now.
Completely, it's Jake Landel back to serve. Lev just likes to make me look bad, and it's so easy to do, he says.
And go float serve here. Yep, short down the line to Justice. Nate Pugh, the handset. And that one tooled out of bounds again. John Justice going to Home Depot for all these tools.
Makes it 2-1.
2-1 now for Justice and Pugh.
Justice is literally doing anything he can to shut me up. I love the exercise of futility.
Except play.
No, he's playing well. He's trying to shut me up. It ain't gonna happen. 2-1 now.
2-1 now back for Nate Pugh out of Stark, Missouri. Serve on to Lev. High off the net. Touch down the line, but Priima is going to put that one away.
It's using his aptitude and altitude to make it 2-2.
It's great control there from Lev just to chop that down the line on the outside of Nate. And that'll fall for a point.
He's been literally taking up this entire beach for the better part of 5 days straight.
Float serve now from Lev.
I love Nets
on to
nowadays,
Justice.
especially working as a volunteer. Love you, Kamaki.
Touch and swing into the corner. Sledgehammer, John Justice. Sides out again to the deep corner, 3-2.
John Justice at the service line.
Topspin serve coming from John when they're on the good side. That one down the line and in. Ace from John Justice.
So off brand, but what a
4-2 now for Justice and Pugh. Some fire in his eyes.
I think you've made him smile once. You're trying, but
I'm trying. Guess what? He's unflappable.
look at I saw teeth.
Oh, Landel, I love you for that. I just love the fact that you look like a raccoon, especially with that beard right now and your tan lines.
4-2.
A lot of love between our announcers and our players right now. That one just wide, so we're going to switch sides. 4-3. Landel and Priima
Size now 4-3 here on center.
trail here in the second, but took the first one 21-19.
I just love this song.
Give us
a little heart.
More hair earlier.
That's what you need on this court. You need heart on this court, and we're bringing it to you with Barracuda.
That was a good one. I like that. So Jake Landel back to serve now.
Landel back.
The
Serve.
Jake Landel back to serve.
Going to be looking to use a bit of this wind. Expecting a cross-court swing here. That one down the middle, taken by Justice. That one deep to the corner and in.
That's gonna
John
tag some
Justice
line.
painting lines.
John Justice makes it 5-3.
5-3 now for Justice and Pugh. So Nate Pugh back to serve now.
I believe Dan
Wind behind him.
watching right now.
5-3.
Along with Slim Rollins.
He's on the news right now.
Slim Rollins is watching.
That
Oh,
cut
Jake
shot
Landel.
just a bit low for Jake
Really
Landel.
good shot, good sight, but just a touch low.
So Justice and Pugh take a 6-3 lead here.
Nate Pugh back to serve.
Nate Pugh back to serve now. Down the line to Jake Landel. High set.
Oh,
Cut
that's
shot.
the one he wanted.
Beautiful cut shot there from Jake
Yesterday.
Landel, and
Sweet shot.
almost tags the line. It was that close.
Just the right amount of calories.
4-6 now for Landel and Priima.
4-6 now.
That'll be Lev's serve on the good side, so he's going to be ripping this top spin serve. Might play a little conservative if he's going to be running up to the net, though.
Nesting doll back to serve side. That's Lev Priima.
Top spin serve coming from Priima. Down the line of Justice, but great pass. Off the block and into the court. Lev Priima with a huge block.
Thank you.
And I've just been informed this is going to be our last match of the day. One team will win and move on to our round of 16. One team will lose and go home. A lot on the line here for both these teams. Lev down the middle, taken by Justice. Oh, and a great block there from Lev. Priima reaching into the angle of Justice and swatting that cut shot away. Let's see it here. Great pass, but this block is just suffocating. Great jump into the angle. You can see there from Lev.
Oh, yeah. This is a lot of empty seats. This is a party crowd. Even the disco biscuits are out.
Topspin handled by Justice.
We got a local celebrity. I'm going to be in real life.
Picked up by Landel. Nate Pugh with a touch, but not enough to handle. And we're going to have 7-6 now for Landel and Priima. Getting our crowd nice and hyped up into it here as Landel and Priima take the lead. A big crowd favorites here right now.
Priima flips the tide, takes the lead. We got 7-6, and guess what, folks? We switch at the next point.
Yeah, 1 to switch here. Another serve from Justice. And there is the line shot called by Nate Pugh, and we're going to switch sides 7-all here. Pugh and Justice heading over to the good side. Going to be looking to use some of that wind there. Great shot there from John. I've gotten burned on that shot quite a few times. Topspin serve from Justice on to Priima. And a swing high off the block of Nate Pugh.
Mr. Lev Priima makes it 8-7.
8-7 now. Jake will be back to serve. And these two teams duking it out here on center court to end our day. It's been a long day of pool play, followed up by a couple rounds of bracket. And tomorrow it's going to be just as entertaining and just as much fun. We're hoping the weather holds up just as well as it did today. Nice little float to Justice. Swing high off the top of the block of Lev. And Justice with a side out. And we're going to be all tied up here, 8-all.
We got Snowman held here on center court, 8-8. Or by golf score on any hole of the first 16.
Our sound engineer, Bruce, messing with our announcers a little bit. Love to see it. Nate Pugh back to serve. Top spin serve coming from him. Down the line of Lev. High off the block and out of bounds. And that'll be a side out for Lev and Jake.
How about you, Pugh? Lev Priima saunters back to get the ball.
So Lev to serve now. From the bad side, expecting a float serve here.
Gigante on turnaround.
Float serve here coming from Lev. Into the court. John's got to turn and burn. Big swing out of the middle for Nate Pugh. Some good net minding there from Justice and Pugh. And Nate will elevate and decimate.
Center. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in set number 2 of a best of 3 matchup.
Toot my own horn on that one. Best one I've come up with today. John Justice back to serve now. High deep float to Landel. Dug by Justice. Deep shot.
We have a
net violation here.
Whistle. She says it's a. I don't know what this is. Is this a net violation?
The universal signal for a net violation there from Lisa Reed. Appreciate the call there. 10-9 now for Pugh and Justice.
Hey, there you go.
Back to serve now. Oh, that serve just low into the net. We're going to have 10-all here.
Deja vu. It's like set 1 over again. These guys keep it tight.
10-10 here for Jake Landel, back to serve. Float serve deep to Justice. Hand set there from Jumbo to the corner and in. That is 2 jumbos now for John Justice. 6-foot defender out of St. Augustine, Florida. And we're going to take a technical timeout here. 11-10, Justice and Pugh lead. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have more men's open action coming back at you in just a moment.
stuff from Michelob, from Shinesty, from Camina, from Orange County Crown. We have tons of stuff to give away. We want everyone to go home a winner. And guess what? If you're here to watch the ball tomorrow, this is a Provision Pride points and paychecks on the line. So if you're here, you're automatically a winner. So guess what, folks? Get here early. Action starts at what time? 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock?
Yeah, I think it is, right?
I'm just going to be here.
Dude, I appreciate you being here, buddy. Oh, look at that John Justice. And Mr. Nate Pugh saying, let's do this. The sun is setting, and I'm never regretting being on center court.
Yeah, there is a lot of Saturday style.
Back to the action here on center court now. Team's coming out of their timeout.
You don't want to miss out. And in order to get
11 to 10 now. Justice and Pugh lead after dropping the first set. 21 to 19, a close battle, but Lev and Landel will take that first one. Nate Pugh back at the service line now.
Voice, the Joe Cocker voice.
11-10. Wow, what is that?
Float serve now from Pugh. Down the line to Landel. Good option pass, but Lev's going to give it back to him. Touch from Justice off the block, but that'll fall for a point. Side out, 11-all here.
11-11.
You ask what's happening, the same thing. They just go back and forth.
Teeter-totter.
Not going to let one get ahead.
I think we got ourselves a barn burner, Ken.
Landel and Priima looking to take a lead here. Jake on the good side, going to be ripping a topspin serve here, no doubt. There it is. Nice high swing. Down the line of Nate Pugh and an ace for Jake Landel.
Adorable and cute, but he's a bearded brute.
Hearing a lot of love from the crowd here, Jake and Lev.
On Monday. That's how quick that thing comes in. I'm not going to lie. We're not going to over-exaggerate.
Just a great serve down the line for Jake Landel.
Monday, guess what? It's Friday, and that thing is an inch-and-a-half thick.
12-11.
Landel back to serve again. 12-11. Topspin serve. On to Nate Pugh. Doug off the head of Nate Pugh. Jumbo pokey to the corner and just long. 13-11. A great hustle play from both teams there. Great net minding by Lev Priima.
Wow. You're excited.
Nobody's more excited than those guys.
Jake Landel back to serve now. 13-11. Let's look at this replay here. Great camera work and cinematography from Streamography. High set. Nate Pugh bounces it.
Right back. Nate Pugh brings the hammer. The sledge. That is Nate Pugh.
Great high set there from John Justice, squaring up. But Nate Pugh unloading on that sideline into the angle. John Justice back to serve now. Deep serve to Landel. John Justice picks up the cut shot. Picked up by Lev. Good hustle play. That one down the line and in.
No, sir, it is not.
Scramble play from Justice and Pugh gives Lev and Jake essentially a free ball, and Lev's going to put that one away down the line. He'll go back to serve now. 14-12 here in set number 2. Topspin serve from Lev. Nice high set there from Justice, and that one out of bounds into the angle. Nate Pugh will miss that one. 15-12 now.
Cheer whenever you want. It's not like we select. Yeah.
You know what it is?
Switching next point. 15-12 now for Lev and Jake.
Teacher, I have a question. You don't have a microphone. We can't hear you.
Coming off, I believe, a 9th place finish here at AVP Atlanta. And that serve just a bit low from Lev into the net. 13-15. Jake Landel using some extra energy going around the net there. Bending over is hard. But that's going to be Nate Pugh back to serve now.
That's my favorite that I always see the players do. It's this one.
Wayne and Peterson to
like they're asking Corey to give them love
for your repping assignment or your $100 charge.
13-15.
Topspin serve now for Nate Pugh.
Oh, great, covered up his official shirt. Look at that.
Hustle, hustle. Picked up by Justice. Kept alive. Wow. Picked up by Justice again. Over off the block. Touched. Picked up by Lev on the right side. Going around. High line. Touched by Nate Pugh again. And a block there from Lev Priima with the one hand.
We're getting this kind of play on a Friday. Can you imagine what tomorrow?
16 to 13.
Fantastic.
Touch off the block. Forced Pugh to go over. Kept it alive, but
Jake Landel back to serve. Refusing it at least.
Another good touch off the block there from Nate Pugh.
And Lev going, no, how about this one?
And we're going to take a quick time out here on center court. 16 to 13 for Lev and Jake. Now a quick word from our sponsors here on the AVP Tour.
And Cody Caldwell saunters up.
Monster Hydro Hard Fast Charging Energy Drink. Monster Hydro, proud sponsor of the AVP.
Or we will charge you an extra $100 because it goes to the AVP.
And of course, our big sponsor for the weekend, YKO Water. Live healthy, live sustainably, live ethically. YKO Water.
Did you get something in your eye or take a ball to the face?
YKO doing a fantastic job this weekend, keeping our players hydrated. And everybody here at the Seaside Open for its 40th year. And this is only Friday. Tomorrow we have our round of 16s on the men's and women's side. Super high level volleyball competing for a high prize package. $4,000 check and a trip to Chicago for our AVP Gold Series. Back to the action now. Jake Landel will be back to serve 16 to 13 in set number 2. Justice and Pugh lost the first one 21-19, but anything can happen here at Seaside. Float serve now from Jake Landel on to Nate Pugh. Justice with a set into the middle. Touch high off the block. Nate Pugh. That'll send Justice back to serve 14 to 16 now.
I just want to say Pugh a lot today, so thank you for that.
John Justice back to serve. Gonna rip the topspin serve. That one right to Jake Landel. High set. Swat block from Nate Pugh. 15-16 now for Justice and Pugh. Looking to tie this up here. It's been a side-out game for quite some time until Lev and Jake took that one. Option ball from Lev, and that one out of bounds. 16 all here on center court.
Oh, tied again?
Oh, yeah.
Between these two? All right.
I just love the fact that I'm getting blown up right now. Slim Rollins, 90 years young, celebrating and watching this game online.
Slim Rollins?
That's right, Slim Rollins, 90 years old.
Big shout out to Slim Rollins, my grandmother, John's grandmother as well. And that cut shot from Jake Landel is going to hit the sand. 17-16 for Jake and Lev now.
Oh, just like that, we got 17 serving 16. The Lev Priima back to serve.
Lev will be back to serve after some butt slaps. Float serve here from Lev. Down the line onto Justice. Nate Pugh with a handset a little bit tight. High over the block. Down for a point. A side out from John Justice. 17 all here. One more point, so we switch sides. And that will send Lev and Jake to the good side. But first, let's see what Pugh and Justice have cooked up.
Nate Pugh back to serve at 17. Don't stop.
Topspin now for Nate. That one out of bounds.
And by the way,
on the serve in. 18-17 now for Lev and Jake as they take the advantage as they switch to the good side. Set number 2 closing in on the final points, but we could either go to 3 or end this now, and both of these teams battling it out as hard as they can.
Awesome family business. If you've not supported it, you need to.
That'll be Jake's serve now.
The community chicken will show up tomorrow.
Again, 18-17 here in this second set.
And Jake Landel, that beautiful beard back in the service line. I love his fashion.
Jake's going to be ripping this topspin serve into the wind. It's going to be dropping with a little bit of a gust. And that one taken by Nate Pugh. High into the middle. Poked past the block, picked up, and it's got to go. Kept in play, Nate Pugh. Through the top of the tape, Nate Pugh and John Justice having a lot of fun out here in Seaside. And we are all tied up again here at 18 all. That ball was dropping into the corner from Jake, and just not able to handle that one. Float serve coming in from John Justice here. Cross court to Jake Landel. Nice high ball. John Justice picking it. Oh, getting the touch on it, but that's going to be a point for Jake Landel.
Jake Landel gives a finger.
Gives the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag.
Right there, was it a finger waggle? I'm not mad. I'm impressed.
Impressed, even though Justice got a hand on it.
Advertisements from this year. No.
Lev Priima back to serve now, 19-18. He's going to be ripping that topspin serve now into the middle. That one taken by Justice in the middle. High set. And that one hits the ground. Justice.
Gentlemen, the soft shot, the roll shot on the top of the block. 19. Man.
A lot of energy here in Seaside right now.
Tighter and tighter. We're gonna
And
find the top pretty soon.
not sure if this is a timeout or not. Jake seems to get some serious amount of sand in his eyes there. But these teams playing their hearts out here. 19 all in set number 2. Landel and Priima taking the first one, 21-19, but we are tied at 19 all here.
Yo, I'm Brandon Kamina, and she's soft to see for your face.
Taking a second to clean the eyes out here.
In my hotel. And guess what? That'll keep that out of there. And if you don't know about the Kamina Fiber Tech, now you're learning that is the best stuff on the beach.
We're going to take a quick second to thank one of our sponsors, White Claw Hard Seltzer. The party after the play. White Claw Hard Seltzer is keeping our players dehydrated all weekend long. Just a quick moment.
Team Dad all day.
Jake Landel got a lot of this soft sand in his eyes, and so we'll be back in just a second with more action here.
Tallest person I've ever seen.
Could fight and find our rhythm. You and I, the sky, the moon, and the light was just a ride. Share a little love, learn to respect one another. We could find a way to make another day brighter now that we got
PG-13.
Welcome back to the action here. Jake's eyes are all cleared up. Nate Pugh is back to serve, and we're ready to play some more volleyball here in this second set, tied up at 19 all.
McLeod in the stands over there. She sat down for the first time in like 19 hours.
Nice eye roll.
That
Pugh with a deep serve down to Jake Landel.
just changed the tides. I can feel that over here.
And a high line shot tags the line for Jake Landel. And we're going to have match point opportunity number 1 here, 20-19.
I think so.
No pressure.
What do you think?
We have match point number 1 and 1 is ladies and gentlemen.
Jake Landel back to serve now.
Skyball? Are we getting skyball?
No sky ball here in a set to 21, 20-19. Taken by John Justice. And a high line shot, roller over the block. John Justice will side out with a set from Nate Pugh. And we are going to extra innings here, 20 all here in set number 2.
John Justice.
20s.
Looking at the block from Nate Pugh.
John bringing Justice. He's back in the service line now, 20-20.
Serve now for John Justice. Float to Lev there. Caught him off guard a little bit. Touch off the block and over. Free ball. Roll shot. Dug by Justice. Poke over the block and in. John Justice. Sledgehammer.
Mr. John Justice.
Justice and Pugh take the lead 21-20 here in the second set.
I can't believe it's Friday.
Defense on full display right now.
Bring in the heat.
Minus a couple thousand people, but we're close.
Putting on a good show here to end our Friday night. Don't worry, though. Volleyball's done today after this, but tomorrow we have more action. The round of 16 men's and women's open for our $25,000 prize purse and trip to Chicago for the AVP Gold Series. John Justice back to serve now. That short float onto Landel. Set from Landel. Block for point, Nate Pugh! Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to 3 sets. 22-20 in the second for Justice and Pugh.
We're going to set number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. Decided by 2.
It doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to a third set. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back to you with more volleyball in just a few moments.
Only Friday. Okay, I saw people walking in with big boxes of tasty juice. I hope you enjoy that.
It's the choices we make that define us.
Tryon Trevor is coming off a tough, heartbreaking loss.
And ultimately, the enemy is within. Some people want it. Some wish for it. But others make it happen.
Tryon Trevor is super lethal, bringing fire and passion to the court.
How will you take charge?
Dear Mainland, aloha. My brother and I hear lots of you have discovered a real Hawaiian favorite, Big Wave Golden Ale. That's the good kind of stuff, yeah, bro. Maybe it's the island flavor that makes each sip taste like a little vacation.
Got your beers here.
That's a whole lot of little vacations right there, huh, brother?
Coming through.
That's like a big vacation. Retirement. One life, right? Mahalo. Big Wave Golden Ale from Kona Brewing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to center court here on Friday night of the Seaside Open, our 40th year here in Oregon. And we have some third set action coming to you here on center.
All right, let's hear it for these guys.
Landel and Priima won the first one 21-19. Justice and Pugh came back down 19-20 to win 22-20. And this is the first point of the third set. And it'll start with a missed serve from John Justice.
We are already into it.
1-0 now for Jake Landel back to serve.
Jake Landel with the serve.
Jake Landel back to serve now. Float serve. On to Nate Pugh. Justice with a swing. And a great angle swing from Nate Pugh to put that one away. Tied up on the side outs. 1-1 here.
Oh, even at 1.
So this is our round of 32 here for the men's open bracket. It's going to be single elimination, so lose and go home. Win and keep playing for that prize package. A nice high topspin serve from Nate Pugh. Shot picked up by Justice. Onto the outside. Down the line and in. John Justice with a transition dig and kill. 2-1 here in this third set.
Ooh, shirt coming off. Lev getting serious.
Lev Priima with a wardrobe change here. Shirt coming off. A force to be reckoned with. Nate Pugh back at the service line. 2-1. Top spin serve now for Nate Pugh. Down the line of Priima. Down the line and out of bounds. We have 3-1 here. We're switching next point. Yeah, this third set going to be 1-15 and switching every 5 points. So Justice and Pugh winning the good side over there with 3 real points. So 1. Topspin serve now from Nate. Down the middle to Lev. Dug by Justice. Deep swing to Landel. Dug. Picked up by Landel and put away. 2-3 now. We're going to switch sides.
You're getting playoff volleyball on Friday.
Looking at a replay here. Landel with the dig.
Birthday gift right here on center court.
And put away. Nice high line shot there from Jake Landel. Lev back at the service line now, down 2-3 in this third.
Katie McLeod, I appreciate you killing
Topspin serve out of bounds. Justice and Pugh take a lead 4-2 now.
Exhausted because you worked so hard. You and Brian both. I'm just saying, Brian left some big shoes to fill, and you stepped in seamlessly.
Justice back at the service line now. Float serve short into the middle, taken by Lev. Tight set. High line, out of bounds. Lev, Priima, back-to-back mistakes there. And we have 5-2 for Justice and Pugh. John Justice back at the service line, short float, deep middle float. Lev, wow, putting the hammer down. The Russian hammer and sickle.
Wearing his summer sweater for you. We got 3-5 now. Jake Landel back to serve.
Great swing there from Lev. Priima showing why he could make it to that main draw in Atlanta last weekend. But Jake Landel back to serve now. On the good side, looking to rip a topspin serve. That one down the line of Justice. Hand set coming from Pugh. Touch off the block. No touch off the block.
3D, right?
Amazing with a capital A.
Is that French fries?
Something smells delicious.
Not French fries.
Lev Priima confirming he did not touch that.
Special treats.
There's no way for the referee to see that from there. Lev arguing against himself.
I love when they argue.
Tough tactic to follow.
It's like, no, I wanted 3 points.
Lisa Reed with a definitive call.
Are you making it rain now?
4-5 now for Jake Landel back to serve. We're going to switch next point.
4-5.
Serve down the middle to Justice. Set by Pugh. John Justice with a cut shot. We're going to switch sides here, 6-4. Beautiful cut shot there. I've been burned on that one quite a few times also.
Love the J sound. There you go. John Justice beating the beast.
John Justice out of Florida State, where he was a volunteer assistant there for quite a few years. AVCA 30 under 30 coach, paired up with Nate Pugh out of Stark, Missouri, who was a baseball player for quite some time until transitioning to volleyball.
Oh, here we go with big Nate Pugh.
And here on the big stage, John Justice and Nate Pugh. Topspin serve from Nate. That one's going to be long at the end line. 5-6 now.
5-6 here.
Lev and Jake trying to find out who is serving right now. I think it's going to be Jake back to serve.
2 servers, but only 1 can go to time. It looks like it's going to be Lev.
Just kidding. It's going to be Lev to serve.
5-6.
Float serve now from Lev. Short down to Pugh. High set for Nate Pugh off the top of the block. Kept alive. And onto the line, Nate Pugh takes the option ball off the recycle of Lev. And John Justice back to serve now, 7-5. Look at this replay here. Touch off the block. Justice puts it up. Not like a perfect pass, but it'll do. And Nate Pugh will put that down for a point. John Justice back at the service line right now. The 6-foot defender. Down short, down the line of Priima. And a touch from Justice, but Lev Priima bringing some heat there.
Dude, he's got his chest carpet out for a
Nate
good
Pugh not
reason.
worried. Side out here. He tells Justice.
He keeps it clean, San Diego.
And that'll be
6
Jake
serves
Landel
set
back
up
to
for
serve
Mr.
now.
Landel.
This is what volleyball is all about. We have a 6-7 serve now in the third set here on Friday night. Fans packing in the stands, and Jake Landel with a float down the middle to Nate Pugh. High contact. And no net call, but it doesn't matter. Nate Pugh is going to poke it past the block and into the open court. 8-6 now. We're going to switch next point every 5.
Bad choices and good decisions here at center court. Non-stop volleyball action, the big sexy. What's that, Lev? Are you want me to change up what I've been doing?
Lev is concerned about music.
Every year. All right.
Lev says, no more having fun.
Lev sending our music to the
It's not a
gulag.
block, but it's definitely a block of some kind. Might be
Nate
a
Pugh back to
clock
serve.
block. Yeah, we can turn it up.
Oh, an argument
We're
coming
gonna keep it
here
the same we did
from
all
Lev
day
and
long
John.
For every other game. We're going to keep it consistent. Yes, you can. It's the same we did all day. Every tournament, every tournament, unless, by the way, every tournament, every time, just like we did at Atlantic City, Muskegon, Denver, what else? The Dig, the Smash, the Clash, San Antonio. Where's San Antonio? Oh, Panama City. So out of the last 12 tournaments, some volleyball. There we go.
Pointless argument there from Lev, but we're going to move on. 8-6 now. Justice back to playing defense. Nate's going to be running up from the service line. Floats top spin serve here from Pugh. Swing down the middle for Landel.
Switch sides. And if you're going to ask for a
And that's going to be a
change,
side
you
out.
start
7-8.
not in set number 3. After 26 tournaments, we're going to keep it the same like we've always done. 7-8. And if you're going to complain about it, you do it in set. You do it during warm-ups, not in set number 3.
So float serve here from Lev Priima. Down the line of Justice. Hand set there from Pugh. Chop shot down the line, picked up by Landel. Justice picks up the shot. High pass over his head, Landel. Nate Pugh with a block for point. 9-7 here on center court. Justice back to the service line.
We got 9-7 here. Consistency is key.
These teams battling it out. Lev Priima dug by Justice. And touch off the block. No touch called from Lisa Reed, our referee down there.
We got 8-9 now.
But a great dig there from John Justice. Just a little bit too tight.
Thanks, buddy.
Lev may have got away with one there, but we're going to play on 8-9 here. Nate Pugh taking that serve here. And into the corner, Nate Pugh with the coffin kill.
The laser sight.
Side out all the way here. Nate Pugh back to serve now, 10-8. Incredible volleyball here.
10-8.
Such high level here in the round of 32. We wish this could be a semifinals match, but the level of competition here at the 40th Seaside Open is just so incredibly high. The sky's the limit. Great serve there. Nate Pugh with an opportunity here. Chop down the line and in. Nate Pugh and John Justice take a 3-point lead here, 11-8. Lev with an interesting tactic of passing it off of his face. John Justice, a high set here. Nate Pugh, roller over the block and down the line and in. Great camera work there from cinematography there from our friends over at Streamography.
Is that coming men's?
That's gonna go long.
That one just long of the end line. 9-11 here. Landel and Priima,
After the side switch.
after winning the first set, lose the second 22-20.
Big and big sexy. Landel
And here we are in a third set.
Speaking of sexy,
11 to
is that logo
9.
Right on my butt? No?
I mean, your butt makes a tower look fantastic.
Lev back at the service line now.
Am I centered?
Wow. You cracked me up.
Really? You're giving Lev what he wants. Don't do that. Really? That was good timing.
Lev Priima back to serve now. He's going to go with that float serve again. On to Justice. This high set here from Pugh. John Justice, wow. Roller around the block. 12 to 9 here. Just a few points here for a match point.
This is our second to final match here on center court.
More delay tactics here from Lev and Jake. Wiping off the sunglasses here where it's almost dark. Gonna definitely need those sunglasses here when the sun is down.
All right, John Justice, 12-9. No. Did that blow over? Okay.
Serve on to Priima. It's high. That is a bomb there from Lev into the angle.
Answers back.
Great swing there from him. Elevation and decimation.
Serve 10-12. Third set.
Jake Landel back to serve now. A shirt off chant from the crowd for Jake Landel. But float serve here. Short on to Nate Pugh. Off the platform of Jake Landel. Nate Pugh bringing the heat. Bringing that Missouri heat.
13 to 10 now here on center.
13 to 10 now for Pugh and Justice. And it's been a side-out battle here for some time now. And Nate Pugh back to serve. Topspin now. Nice serve there. Kept alive by Lev. John Justice just out of reach of Nate Pugh and was going for the swap block that delayed, but just the perfect touch to get past the block now. 11-13 now for Landel and Priima. Lev Priima back to serve now. Justice and Pugh looking for a side out to give them match point opportunity.
Waiting for his signal. Which one is it going to be? Nope, not that
And
one.
we're going to take a timeout here on center. 13 to 11.
Guys, keeping us Saturday entertained on a Friday. Make some noise for you.
Such high-level volleyball here from both of these guys. Seaside getting fired up here on Friday night. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a quick word from our sponsors. Wilson, a proud sponsor of the AVP, the official ball of the Beach Volleyball Tour and Grass Volleyball Tour. Wilson AVP, go head over to wilson.com for more information. Back to the action here. Lev Priima back to serve in this third set to 15. Trailing 11-13 after winning the first 21-19. Justice and Pugh came back 22-20 and are putting the heat on this one. That one just wide of the sideline. And we are going to have 12-13 here as Landel and Pugh, Landel and Priima go to the good side. The wind in their face. We do have another match, as I am just learning. We'll have one more match for you here on center after this. Hopefully those teams are warming up right now. Serve and low into the middle. Picked up by Landel. Picked up by Justice. Pugh with a set into the middle. Picked up off the block, recycle. Jumbo to the corner, touched by Landel, but Justice with the jumbo. Sledgehammer. Match point number 1 for Justice and Pugh. 14-12 here. Such a great shot there from Justice, and a tape serve. Costly mistake there. One side out.
Jake Landel back to serve now. He's got one shot of glory to tie it up.
Jake Landel back to serve now. He's going to be going for that topspin serve to get them out of system. Watch this ball dropping right in front of Nate Pugh. Oh, float serve, switching it up. John Justice takes it down the middle. High line shot down and in. John Justice and Nathan Pugh, your winners of this match. Landel and Priima will go home. 3 sets, 15-13, Justice and Pugh. Let's hear it for both of these teams here on center court, getting the crowd into it. And that will do it here for this match, round of 32. We're going to have one more coming up for you after this. Stay tuned. We have more volleyball here on Friday night in Seaside, Oregon. Don't go anywhere.
Get ready for a whole new wave of White Claw. New full flavor White Claw Surf. Sensational refreshment for a taste like no other.